Hi, this is Ryan Miller. I'm the founder and executive director of North Carolina Building Performance Association, here to talk to you all about the opportunity to set up a building performance association in your own state. So NCBPA was founded back in February of 2014, and the mission for the organization was to create a 501c6 nonprofit trade association similar to what home builders and realtors and appraisers and other trades have, but do it for what's really an underrepresented community of contractors and professionals in the construction industry. And so our association formed for energy auditors, home energy raters, green builders, home performance contractors, insulation contractors, crawl space contractors, and many others. We basically have two groups in our membership. The first five are essentially those groups that I mentioned, and then secondarily, we go after companies like HVAC contractors, but only the ones that are interested in kind of the green and high performance side of things, or realtors that might fit in the same standpoint, utilities as well that offer energy efficiency programs, and also product and service providers that support our industry. So the goal was to create an association, pure and simple. Associations offer policy and legislative work. We advocate for the industry. We protect and promote the industry. We offer weekly communications to our members about what's going on in the industry. We do educational and networking events for webinars and in-person conferences and just networking meetings as well. We also work on key issues in the market, including workforce development, just helping our individuals in our companies, have good careers and find new employment if that's what they need, and also work to, create new jobs in our market as well. So the opportunity to create a building performance association in your own state. So we have these associations now in North Carolina for the last 2.5 years. We have an association in Georgia that's just about to turn one as of summer of 2016. And then we're also working on the setup of an association in South Carolina. We've had strong interest from organizations in Florida, Texas, and also in the Ohio area that are interested in either creating a new association, whereas one does not exist, or potentially transitioning kind of their existing association or organization into really this model. So this model is different than most because we do represent the new and existing home and building performance market. We do that to expand on just existing homes is really a small market in most states, and so adding new construction, you can include home energy raters that do a lot of different work, including some energy code testing. You can include green builders, you can include green architects, you can include product suppliers and service providers that work on the new construction side of things for residential. We also include the commercial market. It's not the primary focus as we get started with the association. We usually bring together the residential market first and then look for opportunities to work with and for the commercial market. And so that's what we're doing here in North Carolina. But bringing that market together really creates a strong market that in most states is going to be larger than the solar industry, for example. So in North Carolina and in Georgia, building performance, building efficiency is a much larger market than the solar market, but certainly doesn't get the attention. So an important part of the association is to bring together these companies and create new opportunities in the marketplace. So as far as creating an actual association, we have Efficiency First, which is the existing National Home Performance Association that has a state chapter network. North Carolina has been the chapter for Efficiency First for some time, and we're looking at that for Georgia and South Carolina. But because of the scope of the Building Performance Association, including new construction and also light commercial, it's not a one-to-one fit. So we generally recommend that an organization, start in this model with the Building Performance Association, if that's what you want to do, and then look into opportunities like Efficiency First, being a chapter with them, or pursuing some other opportunities that might be available locally. Creating a BPA essentially takes about 6 months. You need to have about maybe $15,000 to $20,000 in the bank that can be funded from sponsors, utilities, and then also from membership dues. We generally recommend that you start with the first 10 founding companies. Those companies then invite one or two additional companies that they work with to join. At that point, you've got about 25 companies paying around $300 per year in membership dues up front. And so you've got some money in the bank to basically have a consultant or a part-time executive director essentially get the process started. That's how we did it in North Carolina. Also in Georgia, we're looking at that same model for South Carolina. And so you need to plan on about 6 months and $15,000 to $20,000 in order to get the organization started. At that point, you'd have a website, you'd have some systems in place, you'd be able to offer newsletters and some networking events and things like that. But as we've learned in Georgia, it really takes about 12 months for the organization to take shape, to really figure out, what its role is in the local marketplace and begin putting together some good resources that can actually benefit the members. So in the first year of the organization, it's really about forming the organization. It's not going to put out a ton of information that's going to be very helpful to its members in most cases. But if there is grant funding available or significant sponsorship funding available that can fund a part-time or full-time executive director and potentially additional staff, then you can certainly do more. So that's the short version of the opportunity for the Building Performance Association. We've got some information available on a website at buildingsperform.org. So again, that's buildingsperform.org. It's just a simple one-page website with some information about this opportunity and who's looking into it. More information on NCBPA can be found at buildingnc.org. And then we have the Georgia Association at buildingga.org. So, and then to contact me directly, you can reach me at ryan@buildingnc.org, or you can call me at 919-521-3385. So if there's anything that we can do from NCBPA or GABPA to help with this opportunity, we'd be more than happy to do that. So please reach out and find more information online if you need it. So thanks very much. Happy to answer any questions as you guys have some. So appreciate the opportunity.